Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. Talk about misconceptions of expectations. The world is filled with so many misconceptions, which that word means miscalculations, misbeliefs, just things that are just not accurate. It's just not true, especially around the subject of expectations. To even mention the very word expectations is almost seems as a crime, right? Because if you say the word expectations, people are going to be like, oh my God, expectations. We act like that word is a nasty word, but it's only nasty to those who have a distorted picture of what expectations really is and what it's all about. It's definitely a bad word to some people, while many others see the beauty in it. And to be honest, I used to be one of those people that was like that. I saw the bad in it. I saw the nasty in it. Till I started to discover that expectations is not bad at all. It's all about your perspective. It's all about your point of view. It's all about how you look at it. So what comes to your mind when I say the word expectations? What comes to your mind? Place it in the comment section. I want to know. What comes to your mind when I say expectations? The truth is, while many are in complete denial about expectations, and those that deny they don't have them, I've learned that they actually do. Oh, I don't have expectations. You do. You have expectations. Even if you're in denial about it. If you go to your bank, if you have a bank account alone, guess what? You have expectations. You are expecting and trusting and having confidence in the bank teller that they're going to do your account right, that they're not going to screw you over. When you go to the restaurant and eat, yes, I know you're saying you don't have expectations, but you do, because you're trusting that they won't spit in your food. I don't need to go any further using these analogies, but I think you get what I'm saying. So even those who are in denial about expectations actually do have expectations themselves. I would say the most common misconception I hear is those who claim they don't have expectations. This is false, and I would like to tell you why. Why is it false? If you are in a relationship, you have expectations. If you are married, you have expectations. If you are an employer, you have expectations of your employees. If you are involved in a friendship, you have expectations that they won't betray you. And also some of the other things I mentioned earlier. If you take your car to an auto shop, you have expectations that they're not going to do you wrong, that they're going to find out what's wrong with your car and that they're going to fix it. To say you don't have expectations is not only being dishonest, but it shows me your lack of expectations, shows me your lack of boundaries. Can I say it again? Your lack of expectations shows or proves to me your lack of boundaries. If you don't have expectations, it tells me that you do not have boundaries at all. You need expectations and boundaries. And you need expectations to protect the boundaries that you have. To say you don't, regardless of all the lies you may have heard about expectations, I am here to tell you that there is something good and beautiful in it. You may be one that's watching, you may have a bad view of expectations, and maybe you've been hurt by it. All of that goes back to your mentality. All of that goes back to your mindset and how you view expectations. I have heard so many negative things said about expectations. Everything from you don't need them, toss your expectations in the trash, toss them away, be in denial about expectations. But these quotes only discourage people to not have expectations. Have you ever thought about that? They discourage people not to have expectations. Ask yourself these 3 questions. What do I believe about expectations? Remember I asked you earlier what comes to your mind when I say the word expectations? Ask yourself, what is it that I believe about expectations? Will it be right or wrong? I would like to know. Because how you believe and what you believe about expectations will determine how you view or your perception of expectations. Number 2, what I believe about expectations. Ask yourself, is it true? Is it true? Number 3, am I willing to reevaluate my beliefs? In other words, if there's something that I believe about expectations that's distorted, that's not wrong or ain't right, are you willing to sit down and reevaluate that area or those beliefs? What I am seeing is people would rather believe a lie than the truth. Some have lied for so long, the lie begins to sound like the truth, when in reality, it's not the truth. Let me ask this important question today. If you knew or was aware of the amazing benefits that expectations would give you, would you stop being in denial that you don't have them? If you knew the benefits, if you knew what the expectations, if you knew what they would bring to your life, I'm talking about in a meaningful and productive way, would you stop being in denial about it? Some would say yes, some would say no. There is good in expectations in spite of all the misinformation and misconceptions that maybe you have heard today. I want you to repeat this after me that are watching today. I want you to say this, say, there is good in expectations. Repeat that after me, say it. Say, there is good in expectations. Now that you know that, let's embrace it. Because there is good in expectations. Let go of all the bad things you've heard about expectations and embrace the beauty of it. Imagine how beautiful life would be if we had expectations. And not only if we had expectations, but if we had the right perception of expectations. Imagine how beautiful life would be if we would let go of some of the wrong teachings that we've been taught about expectations and embracing the right beliefs about expectations. Imagine how clear life itself would be if we got rid of all the wrong thoughts revolving around expectations. It'll be beautiful, right? I know it would be beautiful because I'm speaking from experience. I hadn't always had the right views of expectations. Thank God I do now. And it has benefited my life greatly. What I want you to remember is that you do have expectations. Whether you're in denial about it or not, you do have them. Don't be ashamed of them. Embrace them. Focus on the awesomeness that expectation brings, and I promise you that you will never, ever regret it.
We hope you have enjoyed today's program. We want to connect with you. Visit us at facebook.com/The Brother Henry and You Show, or visit us on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/HenryHarris100. We're so grateful you tuned in today and hope you have a fantastic day.